Hi there, I'm Annie Hitchman and I'm the Dyslexia Mindset Coach, and this channel is all about getting in the mind of a dyslexia mindset coach and a dyslexic and ADHD woman. So let's jump straight into this video, which is all about affirmations as a dyslexic woman. Now, first of all, let me just talk to you about what affirmations are. A lot of people can think that they're quite woo-woo, that it's just talking into a mirror and kind of very bigging yourself up but without much substance. The whole point of affirmations are to reset your mindset into a more growth, progressive and positive way. So if you wake up every day and you're dreading your day and you are focusing on how rubbish you feel, how much money you don't have, how you're not where you want to be in your career, how your dyslexia holds you back, or your neurodiversity brings you loads of challenges in your life, or you don't like your boss, you don't like your team, you don't like your job, affirmations are really there to help you to start to think more positively. It's there to help you to feel empowered, and it's there to help you begin your journey with resetting your mind and allowing yourself to feel good every day. So the best way to have affirmations is actually for them to be completely unique to you. If you go online and you type in affirmations and you pick those affirmations, actually isn't going to be as powerful as choosing your own. So when you want to choose your own, I would suggest writing some ideas out of what you think would work, but then choosing the ones that really hit home. Choose the affirmations that when you say them, it almost feels like it's too good to be true to say out loud, or it really emotionally connects with you. So if you're someone who, for instance, suffers with low self-esteem and kind of tells themselves in one way or another every day that they're not beautiful, if your affirmation was, I am so beautiful, or I am beautiful, or I am perfect, it's going to be really difficult for you to say that because you don't really feel it inside. And this is the whole point of an affirmation, is to say it enough times until your subconscious believes it. So definitely take a moment now to pause this video and to write down the hardest things that you find to say. You can also write down the things that you want to say and that are easy for you. Really challenge yourself. Give yourself 30 lines on a bit of paper, and you have to complete those 30 lines. If you can do 50 or 100, even better, because the more you do, the harder it's going to be. When you whittle down to the last ones, they're the ones that are going to be the affirmations that you want to be using. So this obviously video is to talk, not just to talk to you about affirmations, but to give you some ideas of how you can start using affirmations to help you to learn to love your dyslexia more. The amount of clients that I get that start their process with me hating their dyslexia, finding their neurodiversity frustrating, normally it's because they can't concentrate, they can't communicate very well, they have negative thoughts constantly in their mind, or maybe they just don't know their dyslexia enough to understand all the ways that it does help them. And there are so many different things that come to turning, kind of having that transformation of loving your dyslexia, but affirmations are definitely a start. So I put together some affirmations for you to start with, but like I said at the start of the video, it's really important for you to go and think about what is actually going to resonate with you more. So thinking about one of the key themes that dyslexic and ADHD women struggle with is overwhelm. And you may be overwhelmed at work with the amount of work you're given. Maybe you don't get enough support, you don't have reasonable adjustments. Also, you might feel overwhelmed at home. You might feel overwhelmed with the amount of stuff you need to do to clean, whilst balancing family life, whilst balancing self-love and care, whilst balancing going to the gym. So overwhelming nowadays to be able to get that balance, but there's so much pressure on us to get that balance. So I've made some affirmations for you to try and make a start with really resetting into a more positive growth mindset, so you can attract all the good stuff in your life and work through the struggles, but without kind of harboring those negative energies and being just stuck in that, like, everything's overwhelming, I don't know what to do, being really unproductive, procrastinating, and just feeling like you're burning out all the time. So the first affirmation is, I am capable of managing my tasks responsibly with grace and ease. So if you want to write that down, I'll repeat it. I am capable of managing my tasks and responsibilities with grace and ease. So a lot of the time as a dyslexic and ADHD woman, you are going to really struggle to balance all of the tasks that you've got to do. And sometimes it will feel like you just can't get everything all done at once. And it's just really important to allow yourself enough time to complete one task before you move on to another. And what I always say to my clients is, what are the consequences of not getting that task done in the time frame you originally posted? Most of the time it's not that big a deal. Like, it's just a case of you feeling frustrated with yourself. So give yourself some compassion and know that you can't get everything done. It's not just this task that you're focusing on. You're focusing on a lot of other things in your day, and it does impact the amount of time you're able to complete them. Another one for overwhelm could be, I choose to focus on one thing at a time, trusting in my ability to prioritize effectively. So again, prioritize your tasks and know that you can do that. A lot of the time people start with, I'm not good at organizing, I'm not good at prioritizing tasks. Well, maybe start affirming that you are. Maybe start with intention that you are. And you may find that you're way more resourceful in prioritizing your tasks once you start to use that language with yourself. The last one for overwhelm affirmation is, I'm in control of my thoughts and emotions, and I find peace amidst chaos. I don't know about you, but most of my life feels like I'm juggling things left, right, and center, and there's never enough hours in the day to complete everything. This affirmation really helped me because it reminded me that I'm in control of who I am. I'm in control of the thoughts and emotions that I have. And if I feel like it's all getting too much, nothing can stop me from going into a calm room and having a meditation for 5 minutes, or going to make a cup of tea. Again, a lot of the pressure we put on ourselves is us. And if you're in an environment or around people who are putting pressure on you as a neurodiverse person to get things done quicker, then you need to remove yourself from that situation, because they are not going to help your mental health, your mental well-being, and ultimately it's not going to end well. So communicate with your manager or colleagues if you feel that you are being pushed when you already feel overwhelmed, and remove yourself. Take control of your emotions and your environment, and give yourself that love, give yourself that time. Your body is speaking to you and letting you know that you are taking on more than you can handle, and that is not a weakness. It's a strength to monitor how you feel and respond accordingly. So moving on to affirmations for loving your dyslexia. Now, as I said, some people find it really hard to truly actually love their dyslexia, and the work that I do is all about embracing the neurodiversity that we have and finding and digging, if you have to dig, about all the great things that neurodiversity brings you. We live in a neurotypical world. We are constantly told that we are different, the way we do things are different, the way we do things aren't right. Red ink in school, low grades, all the rest of it. But actually it's just a different way of thinking. Our brain is just structured differently to neurotypical people, and we can find positives and negatives in neurotypical people, and we can do the same with us. So here are some affirmations to help get you in that positive mindset of thinking about your dyslexia as something that is truly a gift. And I hate using that word, a gift, because I don't know, I just find it's overused. But starting to think about your dyslexia as an asset to you, and you can turn your adversity into assets. What am I doing right now? I'm doing videos, content, and helping women around the world to love their dyslexia. Something that I used to be ashamed of, I used to be embarrassed of, I used to be confused about. Now I'm completely empowered by my dyslexia, and it's actually given me the opportunity to grow an online business and help thousands of people. So I'm really grateful for my dyslexia. Anyway, let's get into the affirmations for loving your dyslexia. The first one is, My dyslexia is a unique part of who I am, adding depth and character to my personality. I don't know about you, but I've never met a dyslexic or ADHD person that isn't hilarious, lovely, and a deep connector. And I've actually realised a lot of the people I love the most in this world have a neurodiversity. So remind yourself of that. Remind yourself that the person that you are, your character, your humor, your problem solving, your keen awareness to like be aware of other people and want to know how other people are feeling, your empathy, it's all down to your dyslexia. It's all down to being a right side thinker and having that intuitive emotional intelligence. The next affirmation is, I embrace my dyslexia as a strength, knowing that it offers me alternative perspectives and creative thinking. Again, this is controversial, but I couldn't think of anything more boring than being neurotypical, because maths, analytics, rational thinking are all things that I'm not. I love holistic ways of working. I love being creative. I love communicating verbally. I love, being hands-on with tasks. I love changes constantly, not one thing every day the same. It's either right or wrong. I like things that are a lot more fluid and ambiguous and subjective to the person and how they feel about life in the world. And that is literally what being dyslexic is. So yeah, it brings me so many alternative perspectives and creativity, and I'm really truly grateful for that. So if you're not there yet, this could be an affirmation that could help you. The last one for loving your dyslexia affirmation is, I am proud of my dyslexia, recognizing it is a gift that fuels my determination and resilience in overcoming challenges. So again, gift are kind of annoying, but you can change that to whatever word you'd want. I love saying that dyslexia is a great asset of mine. I like saying that dyslexia is my like a big part of my personality or the way I see the world. Not to, you're not your neurodiversity, but I definitely see so many positives in dyslexia that I'm happy to say my dyslexia brings a lot to my personality. So yeah, be proud of your dyslexia in the way that it's given you determination in your life, that it's helped you to fuel a lot of the burning desires and passions that you have. Think of it as like being a rich kid that's got given everything in their life, but they don't really have much passion or desire or fire in their life. And then someone who's not got a lot of money but is building their life, is learning, growing. I don't know about you, but I would rather be the person that's got a lot to learn in life and isn't handed everything, because when something is then handed to me, I'm going to be so much more appreciative and enjoy it more. And I think that's a lot to say. The same with dyslexic people. We don't get handed things. Sorry, my laptop's going off. We don't get handed things. We've really had to work hard to understand ourselves, get to where we want to get to, be recognized. And when it does happen, it feels amazing because you've had to work through so many barriers. And that to me is something to be really proud of. And the last affirmations to explore in this video are all about self-belief and raising your self-esteem. Low self-belief and low self-esteem are two massive challenges that dyslexic and ADHD women can face, and that I've seen in a lot of my clients. And again, a lot of this comes down to your thoughts, starting the day with thinking how ugly you look, or what people are going to think of you, or overthinking a conversation you had, or thinking, well, if you're going to go for that job, that there's loads of other people that are going, why would they pick you? There's so many different things that can come up for you in your day-to-day life, work, outside of work, everywhere, that because you're a dyslexic person, your self-belief and your self-esteem will be affected by. And I'm going to do a lot more content on the reasons why you are so deeply affected with your belief system and self-esteem around being a dyslexic person. And not to go too much into it now, but it all comes down to when you're a kid and constantly push back, your nervous system really kind of learned to not put yourself out there. Don't stand out because you could be humiliated, and that pain of the past is triggered in any environment where you might feel like you're going to be exposed. Anyway, that's another video. But Here are the affirmations to help you as a dyslexic and ADHD woman, and also if you are neurodiverse, to start really thinking more positively about yourself, giving yourself self-love, giving yourself self-belief. So the first one is, I am worthy of love and respect just as I am, with all my flaws and imperfections. A lot of the time, subconsciously, we don't believe we're worthy of love. We don't believe we're worthy of good people being around us or being treated with respect. Again, that all comes down to beliefs and messages we picked up when we were children, when we couldn't get it right. We couldn't get or give our parents what they wanted, which was good grades, get in the curriculum. So we internalized a lot of negative ideas about ourselves. Remember, we're children. We don't understand what dyslexia is. Adults don't understand what dyslexia is now. So we have no hope if we're an undiagnosed dyslexic child. So really saying to yourself that I'm worthy of love and respect, and including all my flaws and imperfections, are really important to help realign the message in yourself that you don't have to be perfect. You shouldn't have to get it right every time. You should still get the respect and love from the people in your life and to yourself, regardless of what is right and what is perfect. And by the way, that doesn't exist. So you're striving for something that will never happen. So love yourself now, and life will become a lot more easier and beautiful. I believe in my abilities and trust my capacity to overcome any obstacles that come my way. Believing in your abilities, you have the capacity to overcome any obstacles that come in your way. It is true. Even the hardest things, you have been so resourceful in the past in overcoming your difficulties and working through the hardships. All it is a transfer of skills. If you think about the hardest thing that's ever happened in your life, well done. You're here today, you got through it somehow. Think about what skills, resources you had to pull from yourself or people around you to get you through that. And you can use them every single day, right? The smaller, the big issues, you have the capacity, you can do it. So if there's something out there that you feel like I will never be able to achieve, it's too big for me, that job or that relationship, you can do it because you've already done so much and you've made it here okay this far. Well done. And the last affirmation to finish off this video is, I deserve success and happiness, and I'm capable of achieving my dreams through hard work and perseverance. Sorry, I'm reading my notes and as you can imagine, talking, thinking about what I'm going to say, processing that and reading, it's not a good mix. So you deserve happiness, you deserve success, and you're capable of achieving your dreams through perseverance and hard work. And really believe that you're going to be successful, or you are already successful. Really believe that you deserve every happiness and every prosperity and abundance, because you are a good person. We all make mistakes, but you are a good person, and yeah, you deserve the best life possible. And living life hating a massive part of ourselves, of our dyslexia and neurodiversity, is not going to fulfill you ever. And there's no magic wand, no one's going to press a button, no one can give you plastic surgery to take it away, and a lot of people want that kind of quick fix. And what I teach and what I work with women with is to shift that. You are barking up the wrong tree, you're trying to go up the wrong ladder. This is a great part of who you are, and once you can manage the challenges like the overwhelm, like the sensory overload, like the low self-esteem, low self-belief, it's unbelievable what you can achieve. And I always bring up the fact that 10% of multi-millionaire innovators and entrepreneurs are dyslexic, and that might seem like, okay, well, that's got nothing to do with me, but I think they're the sort of dyslexic people who have tapped into their true capacity and that have believed in themselves. Now, everyone doesn't have to be a multimillionaire to be happy. I don't believe that, but you have the capacity, and maybe what's stopping you from having your dream life is literally that shift in mindset that I love my dyslexia. My dyslexia gives me everything I need. I can achieve anything I want to. I believe in my capacity. I believe in my abilities. I love every part of me. The shift you will find just from thinking those thoughts and saying those thoughts and believing those thoughts and practicing that every day, you will begin to see what you want, which is that you want to love your dyslexia, that your dyslexia brings you positivity and resourcefulness. So I hope this video helped you, and I'd always love to hear your feedback. Please feel free to comment below, share this story, let me know that this content is what you like. This is a new YouTube channel. This is my second video, so subscribe. The more people that subscribe, the more I can grow this channel, get guests on and talk more about the topics that you want to. But yeah, thank you for listening and look forward to posting my next one.